Hello, welcome to yet another episode of From the Heart with Purnima Nagaraja. So today I am going to talk about two festivals, one of which is the mother of all festivals because it concerns Goddess Kali, who is considered the mother of all human beings. The festival of the Cosmic Mother, 9 days of festivity and an animal sacrifice or a huge procession on the 10th day. A lifeline for Bengalis, lifeline for people in the northeast and in the south too. It's picking up great momentum. A beautiful lifestyle that's propagated in 9 days. Different foods that you eat on each of these days. Different flowers to pray with the goddess. Different colors that you need to wear. Fun, isn't it? So while you're in the midst of these festivities, all schools and colleges have holidays for at least 10 days. So when you're in the midst of these festivities, sit back and think. Every festival is there for a reason. These are ways we commemorate certain value systems that should be incorporated into our lives. Just like you have a Father's Day or a Mother's Day. Why do we have a Father's Day or a Mother's Day? Because at least one day of the year, please remember your parents with love. We'd like you to do it every day, but at least one day of the year. So also you have so many other days. You have a day for mental health, you have a day for positive thoughts, you have a day for brothers, day for sisters, day for a hug. Each of these days has a significance. And the significance is, we hope you do this every day of the year, but at least one day of the year, please think positive thoughts or live a positive lifestyle. Which is exactly what this festival does. Dasara, Navratri, the mother of all festivals, the festival of the mother, the cosmic mother, and the woman in all of us. Other than the food you eat and the clothes you wear and the fact that you have 10 days of holidays to really have a great time, have you ever thought about the significance of this festival? It celebrates the power of a woman. Not just a woman, it celebrates the power of a human being. The first thing I would have learned from this is patience. She could have killed him immediately, the bad guy who's troubling everybody. She waited 9 days. And 9 days she didn't sit in her castle and say, okay, I'm giving you time. Every day she spoke to him. Reached out to him as a mother, as a child, as a woman. Different forms of power, different forms of empathy, and different forms of rational thinking. Every day was like a counseling session that said, don't do this. What you're doing is wrong. Do not demean yourself and do not destroy the world with your thoughts. Every day she told him, look, there is a way out. There's a better way out. And even then, when the bad guy didn't listen, she said, okay, I've given you enough time, so now let's fight. Even then, he thought that he was the most famous guy. He was a big guy. People were afraid of him. And hey, I can kill you. So that's the second lesson we learned. You may be tiny, you may be small, you may be petite, but the power of the mind and the power of the intellect reigns supreme. It's always brain over brawn. The smarter one always wins. See, 2 lessons already, right? What's the other lesson that you can listen? That ego can kill. Don't think no end of yourself. Be grounded. Be close to the earth. Understand what your frailties are. Try to overcome them. This is the 3rd lesson learned. The 4th lesson is humility. Be humble. Don't show your might. After all, this was a goddess incarnate. She could have showed her might from the very beginning, threatened or bullied somebody into subservience, but she didn't. With every humility, she explained how one should live a good life and how all of this is unnecessary. And what did the other person display? That I don't care what you say, I am so full of myself. I think no end of myself and I shall win at any cost. Ego. Destroy your ego today. Live a better life. Humility takes you everywhere. In fact, people recognize you more, your greatness more, and your talents so much more if you're humble about it. Lesson 4. Everything that is nasty will come to an end. Good will always triumph over evil. It might seem preposterous in today's world, where evil reigns supreme. You want money, you rob a bank or you rob a wallet. You don't sit down and earn it honestly. Honesty does not pay. These are all the lessons that now you learn, because life teaches you these kind of lessons. Be dishonest, tell lies, hide things, steal, kill, plunder, get violent. But at the end of the day, as it is said in the books, the meek shall always inherit the earth because they last longer. Violence, whether towards the self or towards others, bad behavior, bad morals, unscrupulous people, they don't last very long because they get caught. You either end up in prison or you either end up dead. The ones who are the underdogs, the quiet, the mild, the patient, the humble, they go on forever. So many of our leaders are accused of being very silent, but they show results, don't they? So, being loud and being nasty does not get you anything. Another lesson learned. One more lesson. Ready for it? That never ever give up. The goddess could have given up on the first day, second day, third day. But no, she kept it up because she had a larger picture in mind to save the people of the earth from a person who was disturbing the peace. So she kept it up. So never lose hope. Even in the darkest hour is only 1 hour. Good things are always there waiting for you to grab them and pick them up. Another lesson, human being takes on many forms. When you're a child, you react in a different manner. An adolescent in a different manner. When you're a young adult, when you're a middle-aged adult, when you're all grown up. All of these are phases in our life. Goddess Durga showed us that there are 9 phases in everybody's life. Each phase has its own power, its own uniqueness, and its own ability to love. Let's learn from that. Then another lesson. Each of the significance of the colors that we wear for the Navratri and Vijayadashmi, each of these has a significance. Yellow, green, parrot green, blue, white. Each of these colors represents a mood. Each of these colors represents an intellect. Each of these colors represents a state of the mind. Did you ever think of yourself as a powerhouse of power? No, right? Oh, everybody, it belittles me. Everybody makes fun of me. Nobody listens to me. You have the power. You may not feel it right away, but you have the power. It took Goddess Durga 9 days to display her power on the 10th day. Sometimes it takes us a whole lifetime to understand that we have power. So another lesson that we learn is to recognize ourselves, look within and say, this is what I have. How can I make it better? This is what I have. How can I take it further? How can I display this to the world? Not to show off or not to display that I have this great power, but to help somebody in need. Within every one of us is a uniqueness that can be tapped to reveal infinite power. It could be the power of patience, the power of speech, the power of laughter, the power of happiness, the power of positivity, the power of change, the power of leadership. So many powers just waiting within us, quivering within us to be expressed. Every time you look within, you'll find something new. It's like going on a brand new adventure. So this Dasara, think of life as an adventure from day 1 to day 10. From the day you're born until the day the earth claims us again. Every day is an adventure. Every day is unique. Every day is beautiful. Every life is beautiful. Try to think from a positive point of view. You'll awaken the leadership within you. A leader does not have to scream and shout. A leader can be very, very silent, but have an influence on a great many of people. The ones who shout and scream don't last too long. Whereas the ones who are quiet, who plan well, who execute their plans, who live their dreams, who dare to dream, these are the ones that have everlasting power to live a good life and everlasting power to be able to give somebody a good life. Unleash that power within you. You have the power. Unleash it. Live a better life. Not just these 10 days of Dasara, but right after that, you have the Festival of Lights. Light up your life. Look at the significance of every light that you light up your house with. They're not just lights out there. They're not just firecrackers that you're playing with. You're allowing light back into your life. You're taking the gloom away. So these two festivals, do you know why they're so close to each other? Because one unleashes the power in you, and when you unleash that power, the other festival brings the light back in. Let the light back in, not just to your life, to a million lives. Your power can extend to the whole world. The light can extend to the whole world. Start with making a difference, first to yourself, and then to at least one person in your neighborhood. One person. Educate that one person, help that one person, empower that one person, and you see how your power grows. Your own power doubles, triples. It manifests itself in several different forms. Self-confidence being the best form. Fly high. Let the light into your life. Let the power back into your life. Feel your power. Use it well. That is the essence of every festival. Have a great festive season. See you again with yet another episode of From the Heart with Purnima Nagaraj.